I'm Davy. I'm awesome. Welcome to Davy's Awesome Stories, where I tell funny stories from my past or go on a rant in an effort to make you laugh. So something I've talked about quite a bit in the last few years are weird laws. I think weird laws are funny. Just wondering where they came from. I've done 8 videos on weird laws around the United States, and 1 video about weird laws that just apply to Halloween. I thought, let's get international this time. Because we're not the only country that has some strange laws. We're going to kick things off with the country of Switzerland. Where apparently in Switzerland, it is illegal to urinate standing up. I imagine my wife wants this to be illegal in our country too. Because currently she is the only girl among a house full of 4 boys. And it just stands to reason that if you're standing while urinating, occasionally you're going to miss. Although I will say this, in my kids' case, it's only occasionally that they don't. What angry housewife came up with that? What angry Swiss housewife was like, "Oh, Jan, no more standing. You sit like me. Or no more yodeling." I don't really know how the Swiss punish each other. But still, what is going on? Was it really that bad in Switzerland of all places? Because I know it's bad out here in America. I've had my wife get mad at me many times because of a small puddle on the floor that I did not notice. But my wife just tells me to clean it up. And I do. And I know what it feels like because I've gone to the bathroom, my kids just went in, and I've had to tell them to clean up their mess. It happens. We miss. We don't always notice. There's a little puddle on the floor. It's gross. Clean it up. So was it that the Swiss men screwed themselves in this? Like, "Oh no, I won't be cleaning it. That is your job." So they petitioned the courts to make it all over the country? "In the spirit of being neutral, no one cleans it. Simply say it." I mean, I guess that's the compromise, the neutral. He doesn't want to clean it up. She doesn't want to clean it up. Nothing to clean up anymore. Go straight down. I had to make the same compromise with my wife, at least in the middle of the night. If I get up in the middle of the night because I have to pee, I am not allowed to stand. But now the next country we're going to go to is China. We're the largest populated country in the entire world, with an estimated population of 1.9 billion people. They have a law that says, "It is illegal to reincarnate without government permission." So many questions here. First one being, how would you know? I mean, not just because there's so many people, like, how would you pick them all out? But how would you know? Like, you can't just look at people and know this. In this country, people go and spend goo-gobs of money finding out about their past life. And yet somehow people work for the government and go, You did not get permission to come back." I mean, I get you're overpopulated, but come on here. And what about this with the whole past life thing? What if an American died and came back as somebody from China? We didn't know. Were there Chinese people going, "Oh, I am sorry, I was Canadian"? I'm sorry, but this just seems ridiculous. And what is the punishment? Is it punishable by death? They'll just come back. In this country, like I said, people spend money going to mediums to find out about their past lives. In that country, are they spending money to keep the mediums away from them? Are they going like, "Oh, if I was Travis, I don't want to know"? How does it work? This just seems so stupid. Do people go to the government and petition this? Like they're about to have their child that they're allowed to have and go, "Can we get a reincarnation?" And it comes down to if they filled out the proper paperwork? How does that work? How would they know? And again, what's the punishment? Do they kick you out? Do they go, "Well, last life you were from another country, so that's where you're going"? And then for them, is it like they turned out to be American, so that was like, wow, yay, I won the lottery. But for this person, it was like, I was from Canada, and they're like, damn. But here's the thing, you don't have to worry about this anymore, because I have the perfect surefire way to know if you've been reincarnated or not. You haven't been reincarnated. You just don't want to accept that you're not that interesting. The final one I'm going to get to is from the UK, the United Kingdom, where apparently it is illegal to handle a salmon under suspicious conditions. What constitutes as a suspicious circumstance when handling salmon? I really don't know what that means. I mean, the only thing suspicious to me about handling a salmon is when you spell the name salmon. Doesn't make any sense. But what are they doing? Is there a British person walking around with a salmon like, "Ha ha, they never know what I'm going to do with this fish"? And why? What are you doing? Are you using the salmon to try to take over the world? Yes! I am taking over the world. Come, Pinky. What suspicious thing has somebody in the UK done with a salmon besides eating it? I mean, I will say this. Yes, if you're cooking a salmon in the UK, I think that's a little suspicious. And again, you cooking anything in the UK is suspicious. Your food is terrible. But what the heck happened with salmon that made them make a law? Because that is what always boggles my mind about every one of these weird laws. They don't make them for no reason. They have to have a reason that they decided enough is enough, let's make this a law. What was the situation? Were the British Parliament getting together and saying, too many of our countrymen have been sneaking salmon into our parliament just to catch us off guard and slap us all in the face with fishes. Therefore, I say, in this country, carrying a salmon suspiciously should get you arrested. And how much backlash did he get? Was there somebody else going, oi oi, how are we going to tell with all the Brits and Scots walking around with fish? But whatever, they got the law passed. So now there's a bunch of Brits and Scots and whatnot going, fine, they can take this law and stick it up their bass. So there you have it. That's my story video this week. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you did, make sure to hit like, hit subscribe, hit the little bell so you get notifications when I post the videos. And leave a comment I can respond to in my next comment corner. Give me some other weird laws from around the world. Love you guys.